In today's video, I'm going to show you how I created this free opt-in for my website using Canva. My name's April, and at Bloggers on the Rise, I share the tips and tricks that I've used to grow 2 blogs to over 100,000 page views per month. If this sounds like the kind of content that you're interested in, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and be sure to ring the bell for notifications every time I post a new video. The first thing that you want to do for starting with this project is go ahead and sketch out an initial design. This doesn't have to be anything that's overly complicated. It can be as simple as this sketch that I made on a spiral bound notebook. What this will do is give you an idea or a framework to start with once you get into the computer and start using Canva. Having your idea down on paper will really help things get started and flowing as you start to work on the computer. So let's head on over there and get things started. After you've sketched out your design, we want to come into Canva. I am using the free version of Canva, so everything that you see me do, you can do for free within this program. The first thing that we want to do is decide a size. Because this is going to be a free printable, I want to click Letter. And from here we have some templates along the left-hand side. Now if we know that we're doing a printable, what you can do is if you need certain elements or if you want like just a stylistic guide to start from, let's say we like this one. Or maybe this one. Then go ahead and click on it, and you can use that as a starting point. I can see that these are premium images that it wants me to purchase. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove those. And we can do something else. Let's say we want to do the background with some flowers. So I'll go to Elements, Flowers, and we'll make this something that's a nice pretty floral. So I like this. Let's see, we'll do that here. And then it's kind of nice to be able to find images that kind of have the same look and feel. You can copy it, scale them. And kind of just arrange them on the page however you like. Now if I like this group of 3, I can click and then hit Shift and click on the other 2 and group them. Then I can duplicate that group. And if I wanted to have it in each corner, I could just drag it over and have it there. But I'm just going to go ahead and leave it I think up here, and then let's throw it down here also. Okay, now if we're in here, this template that I started with has everything grouped, so I'm going to ungroup it. Then I'm just going to get rid of some of this stuff that I don't need. Now because I'm not going to be moving the position of these flowers, I'm going to go ahead and hit the lock symbol, and that'll prevent me from accidentally moving them. Then we'll just get started with the text. So I wanted and then I'll duplicate that, and I want a script. So you can click into the font area and you can type script and it'll bring up a bunch of scripts. Now keep in mind that the ones with the crown are paid, so anything without the crown is available for free. We can see here that it's all caps, and I tried retyping it because I thought that it was the way I typed it, but it's not. It's because it's set here. Let's try this one. Once you've found the script that you want, okay, then you can click and hold and drag to make it the size you want. And I do want to change the color here. And let's go for a pink, but not too pink. There. Okay. Now I've already made my kind of outline, so the first part is that top 3, and I need a square. So I'm going to put that in here. And then I want to shade it at just a very, very light pink color. So I'll come back in, and I can even click on this as a starting point. And I'll come back in and find a light pink. And then I want to send this backwards so that it's behind that element. Now I want to put a text on top, and I'm going to copy this one because I want to be consistent with my fonts. And then to change the color, I just selected text color, and then I selected this same pink again. So I'll make this top 3, and then just position that. Maybe I want this to be centered. If I keep there, you see, as you move it left to right, it'll align center. Now I need some kind of a bullet, so I want a circle for that. Like this. And I'll change the color to be that dark pink again. And do you see how when I scaled that, it's way too thin now? I don't like how thin that is. So I'm going to delete it and find something different. This could be nice. Change the color. Perfect. And then I want 3 of those, so Control C, Control V. Now this block I want locked into place, and that way once I lock it, I can come in here and select just these. So I want to go ahead and drag one into position, and then I can use Canva's built-in alignment tools to go position, center them first, and then distribute them vertically. And if they're too close together, I can spread them out just a little bit more. And what it's going to do is I set the top one and the bottom one, and it'll space them evenly. Doesn't matter how many are in there, and we'll see that again in a minute. So I'm going to go position vertically. Now I want to go ahead and add in a line. And to do that, you can go to text again and just use the underscore, and once I do that, I'm going to change the opacity and just make it this kind of gray color. I could also just come in and leave this opacity here and change it to a gray here. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing. Make 3 copies of it, line up the bottom one where we want it, and then go position, center, and then distribute vertically. And I'm still not happy with that alignment, so I'm going to adjust it manually. Okay. So there's our 3 items. Next I have the to-do section, so I'm going to copy this. And then I'm going to copy this circle. Make it a little bit smaller, and then I'm going to make several copies of that. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, don't worry about where they get placed because you're going to fix it by selecting them all, position, I'm going to choose left, so they're all left aligned to that edge. Space evenly vertically. And then we can do our line. Well, this line's a little bit thick for this section, so I'm going to choose just a thinner font. And then decide how long I want that line. And let's go to about here. I'm going to change the alignment to left align so that it's easier to line things up. Okay, now I'm going to duplicate, and I'm going to do that 10 times as well. So that was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you can either use this duplicate button or you can Control-C, Control-V like I was doing earlier. So I'm going to line it up with the bottom here. Select them all. Again, it's not selecting the flowers because we locked those. I'm going to go position left again and space evenly vertically. Perfect. That looks great. Now, I don't like the way this to-do is, so I can either move it, let's change the alignment left. And actually, I think that looks fine, left aligned. Okay, next up, I had a to call and a to go. So I want to duplicate. And there you can see those 3 lines. It's showing me that it's aligned with that other element, which is great. I'm going to expand this so that it fits. And then I'm going to make sure these are positioned and left aligned. Now these flowers are kind of going to get in the way, so I'm going to change them a bit. I'm going to unlock and then ungroup. And then I'm just going to make a little bit of a change to how they're positioned. So that I have a little bit more room. And then I have a choice here on this to call, to go. I can decide to put in bullets again, or in this case, I'm just going to put in my colored blocks. So I'm going to unlock this. And actually, I'm going to make some adjustments to this a little bit. And then I think a little bit down so there's a space. And I want to make this a little bit lighter. And then I'm going to copy that. And I can either put it inside the text. Let's see. See, I don't like how those color blocks are running together. So I'm going to do this. To call. And then to go. And because this is in front of the flowers, I'm going to select it and go position to back. I don't want it in front of my flowers. I'm going to play with this position a little bit better. Let's see. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select that, hit Shift, and select the block, and I'm going to do position, center, and that'll center the text on it. Okay. So I think this is good. The only thing I have left to do is just to put my website address. It's a good idea that anytime that you offer a freebie, that you put your website address. I'm going to decrease the font because it doesn't need to be so big. And then I'm going to center it. And then I'm going to center the text. And move that down just a little bit. Oops. Control Z to undo, or this undo button up here. Oh, hold on. Okay. We're gonna try that again. Okay, and then centered, and then position, center. Perfect. And that's how you would do your free printable. Now I can export this by coming up here and clicking download and PDF print. And then I can offer that on my website as a free opt-in. I'm going to go ahead and put a link to this template in the video description. So if you want to grab it and play with it and kind of experiment, feel free to do that. If you want to customize the colors and make this your own for a quick and easy opt-in for your site, feel free to do that as well. Thanks so much for watching, and if you like videos like this, be sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to get notifications the next time I release a new video.